gun shooting a guan. We you them a dead when I blow no storm. Na sound no alarm, you no see where I gwan. I kill with one another. Who we a harm? See John Tom gun, him son name Shan. One generation wipe from the land. Pity you a study up your eyes and chaser. Study figure dance in a jeans and blazer. Youth in a sick, your meds want change. That's for eraser. School of a chaser. Don't like books, you look for a trader. Bill great, don't build failure. A calamity, the little you them head get giddy. Now seek work, them a seek out iniquity.
Marlins Production. Dubs overgone. You can you put on weapon. Stop kill me, that awesome. That time, go easy. No pulley 4 or 5, please no squeezy. Every get how you feel rise. Tie your fist who know what I. It no please me, my you take time. Go easy. Make a life there you feel you live, believe me. Every get how you feel rise. Tie your fist who know what I.
Greetings, 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 family. Welcome back to Come Mek We Chat. The Naughty Girl Links here, and today, what are we talking about? I guess today we're talking about pregnancy, and the topic of the day is: should women get a pregnancy test at birth? Ooh, crazy, don't? So first off, let me set out my shout outs. First of all, welcome back to Zolja, Chef, Dre, Boom Blast, Daladi, Soul City, the whole Soul City family, Shaky, 50, Amani, Amani family, Biggs, DJ Biggs, Big Biggs, Gen X, So Bad Sky, T. Chalice, Paula B, Paula Too Much, Sonia R, Jenna, 9 Life, big up yourself. All of the Gen X family, Young Knock, Briken, H2O, with Daya. Big up all North Side, all South Side, all East Side, my 61st family, St. Clair West, West End Road, GN Street, everybody in the T. City, you don't know, with Daya. So, the topic of the day is pregnancies, and should women be tested or get a DNA test in the hospital after birth? The reason why I decided to choose this topic is if many of you have been paying attention to social media or YouTube, or you're a YouTube junkie like me, you will know that Stylo G recently outed his so-called baby mother, because apparently he thought that the child wasn't his, or according to her, he knew the child wasn't his, but just did the DNA test to embarrass her publicly. Boy, I don't know. In this day and age, I do know that people in general are more promiscuous. You find a lot of open relationships nowadays. And honestly, here in the Link studio, we have a lot of gentlemen that come here from time to time, and they always be talking about this topic. Who I get jacket from, who not get jacket, who can breed and who can't breed and whatever. So I said, Chuck, let me just take on the topic. Can't talk today. So we're asking, should women take a DNA test before or right at childbirth? And again, just back to what I was saying, we have a lot of guys that come through here, and they're always on this, me not mind no pitney way no feel one, and you know, enough man out there mind jacket and this and that, and I don't know, it seemed like a pretty good topic to take on today. There's so much things going on in the world, but I guess this is something that's important to some people. I know me personally, know quite a few guys that are raising kids that are not their own, whether they know or not. But they're doing it, and I guess it's a noble thing, seeing as the real father isn't there. But I mean, that's what we're talking about today. Should women take a DNA test at birth? And is it okay for men to accept children that they didn't father even when they're being lied to about it? One of my family in my WhatsApp group, I'm not going to name you, shout outs, you know who you are when I say this, said, should women be arrested for lying about the child of their father? And so, I mean, that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to take a quick break. We're going to come right back. But yes, this is the topic of the day. Jacket to I get jacket to I give jacket to I pay for jacket, all kind of thing. I winter it cold, man. We soon come.
Boy, bad bit, we not pick it up, you know. Throw it down. We not pick it up. No, we don't pick it up, you know. No, we don't pick it up. How them a try for this? Who them a try for this? How them a try for this? Who them a try for this? How them a try for this? How them a try for this? Enough boy them a this. When them see the woman them a call them bitch. Enough woman them a this. When them see the man them say he ain't shit. But
nobody now support the kids them like me right now. We not kill youth, we are build youth. Big old man who know me attack too. We are build youth, no we not kill youth. Big man who know me attack too. Send the youth them go to school, make them learn, set them brain at the real world then too. Not the one where man a pushing on your hand until if you kill a mix man, my G that the wrong. Ooh, that me know I'm not me, cause that me know for sure. Everything where me reap so far I me grow. On the league board, me up the top score. I'm a non-stop right, you thought me I go give them more. Hey, what was it?
Say, hey, we are build youth. No, we not kill. Yo, that song there, bad man. Classic, big up yourself. Shout out to all the artists on the Dubs Over Guns project. Like I said, we have artists from all across the city doing their input to bring awareness to the rising gun violence in our community. It affects us and our children, and we're doing our part to show that we care. So the topic for today is, should a DNA test be given at childbirth? And feel free to give us a call. Number is right there, 647-695-1903. You could text your questions if you want, if you don't feel comfortable talking out loud. But yeah, that's what's going on right now. So we noticed that we're living in a time where it's not uncommon to be in a three-way relationship, right? And it's not uncommon to be in a, as we say in the Caribbean, a métis relationship where there's more than one person, one partner. And because of that, you have a ratio of men owning children that, the ratio of men owning children that is not theirs has risen. Whether they're doing it knowingly or not, it has risen. And it is a problem. I mean, I can't imagine being a man, but I can only imagine, I have this child that I think is mine, and I'm raising him for 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 12, 13, 15 years, only to find out it's not my child. And all of this effort and love and money and time that I've spent, I didn't have to. Just a moment, family. Sorry about that. Spending all this time and effort that I don't necessarily have to. Some people are court ordered to. And it's a sticky situation, no? Shout outs to the Amani girls in the building here. Hello, ladies. How you feel about the topic? What you say? Silence. We got some scandalous chicks in the building today, huh? No nice. honestly, I look at it like this. I mean, I've seen men who raise kids that aren't theirs, right? And we've seen men who don't raise kids that are theirs. Um, for me, it's a personal thing. I do think that the father has the right to know if it's his child. He definitely has the right. And I think it's the responsible thing for the woman to let the real father know who the child is, right? I mean, you may have a suitor who's more responsible than the actual father, or more reliable, or more financially secure than the actual father, but that doesn't mean you should take away fatherhood from the actual father, right? Um, it's a different era. Women are taking serious chances. Women are more liberal with their bodies. We talked about this before in previous shows. So there is a chance that some women, not all, please don't come for me, ladies. Some women, not all, could possibly give in a child to the wrong daddy. I mean, we all have that one scandalous friend where we're like, he took it, he accepted it, dang. But I mean, should women go to, just to shout out my friend from WhatsApp, should women go to prison for that, for lying? I mean, yeah, maybe they should. Maybe it will change the dynamics of, all of these false fathers that are out there supporting seeds that aren't theirs. I don't know. Me personally, I think, I believe in monogamy. I already said that already. So if you're only having sex with one person, then there's no need to go through the whole who's the daddy syndrome. But then again, some a lot of men that get jackets believe that they're the only ones sleeping with their relative partner, right? Their partner, and still maybe they're not. So it's a different time, right? Men are more liberal, women are more liberal. Everybody, not everybody, but some people don't have any problem with having more than one partner, multiple partners. I mean, people are having threesomes. Um, there's a lot of different dynamics to the sex game or the relationship game in 2020 than there was, say, maybe in 1980. Um, so maybe there does need to be some type of DNA system, to protect those guys that are good dads, that just don't wanna end up taking on a responsibility that's not theirs just because they're responsible. I don't know. 647-695-1903 if you want to talk and give your opinion. I'm sure we all have a story of a one man or two man that's minding a baby that's not theirs. And when we say minding, we mean raising, Caribbean slang. But if we were to do a poll, I wonder what the percentage is. How many men are actually taking on responsibilities that's not theirs? And are they knowingly doing it or unknowing? I don't know. Y'all let me know out there. If you don't want to call in and talk on the open live air, I get it. You could leave a text. You can give us an email on the bottom there. You'll see it says genx2020@gmail. It also has the number there on the bottom. Let us know what you think. I personally, I never been in this situation. I'm looking at it from a stranger on the outside. To me, it doesn't seem right. Like, I wouldn't want to take care of somebody's kids that's not mine. So in that aspect, I'd be like, yeah, I want a DNA test. But does every woman deserve to be burnt that way and subjected to the criticism of, yes, we want to take a DNA test because we don't know if you're one of those hoes? Like, I mean, it's a little extreme, but maybe it might help with a lot of the, the unwanted children that's running around the place, or a lot of the absentee parents might have to take up their ballot and, take an active role. Um, I mean, let's be realistic. Children don't ask to be brought into the world, and if a child is if a child is being raised by someone that's not their parent, and this would be for the mothers, I guess, because you would be the one tricking the father, right? How do you think your child is going to feel when they find out the truth? And especially if they find out in this way, like through a DNA test when they're like 10, 12, 16 years old and have already lived a pretty decent amount of their life thinking that this person is their father and they're not. I mean, then they start looking at you as the mother differently, like, well, you're a liar. You lied to me all these years and you had me believing this fool here is my dad. No pun intended. And he's not. He's just some dude that you've been sleeping with who you felt was good enough to secure the role of my dad. I mean, some serious stuff. Some serious stuff. I know women who have found themselves in the hospital under some heavy beating, because the man that they were with found out that the child was not his, and they've been together for years, and he believed that they were in an honest and faithful relationship, but they weren't. And seeing the rate of how some females act nowadays, for some women it might need to be a prerequisite that they do a DNA test when giving birth, because they live their life so liberally, and the promiscuity level is at like 1 million. You definitely want to know. I used to know a lady where we used to work together, and we used to take a taxi to work together. And it's like every taxi we got in, she knew the taxi driver, but it wasn't like, hey, how you doing? It was like, wagwan, long time. And I'm like in the middle looking at them like, what's going on here? It even got so bad, like woman to woman, I had to look at her and say, my girl, how many men have you slept with? Like, in reality, how many men? Cause we take a taxi to work every day. We've been working together now for like 7 months. Every taxi car we go in at, them know you. And them don't know you like, hello, my friend. Them know you. So, how many men have you been with? And she was like, oh, about 170 mash. And I was like, what's the mash? Like 170 mash? That sound like some kind of, potato salad thing. Like, what's the mash? She's like, oh, about 178, 179. I was like, my girl, you realize you're like half my age and you've been through almost like 55 times. Like, I can't even say maybe 2,000 times the amount of men I've been with. Like, how does that make you feel? And she was like, I don't care. It's we're living in the year 2000. And I can do what I want to do with my body. Mind you, in the future, this same woman ended up having 2 children and 2 DNA tests. And the messed up part is the dude that she was trying to give the kids to wasn't the daddy. It was the guy you didn't expect. The one that looked nothing like the child, who was the one night stand, but he managed to slip it in, And the man that she lived with, or the men that she was living with, because, there were 2 children, they weren't the father. So, I mean, it's a sticky situation. I mean, like I said, I want to talk about the stuff we're not talk about. You do have some real trash bag type of women out there that need a DNA test. Hands down. But do I think that every woman should have one? No. Because then it's like you're painting all women with the same stick. Right? I would say maybe women that have multiple children in a short space of time should have DNA tests. Because we don't know. Especially if it's different fathers, you know? But yeah, it's a touchy subject, and I'm gonna move out of it very quickly because this show is not about sticking in air and leaving it there. So we're gonna move on. So COVID update. Matter of fact, you know what? Let me take a quick break, and we'll come back with our COVID update. You don't know it's your girl Links. Means I would that me that I represent the T that. Come Mek We Chat.
Listen, hey, moments of clarity. It's like a rarity. Trying to survive when enemies want to murder me. Hey, time is precious, so imagine the urgency. When blood hits your shirt, the shit looks like burgundy. Foresee your purpose before you wipe out the surface. A lot of hates in the air, they back to burning black churches. Concerned with my city, I know it makes them nervous.
My Links production. Dubs overgone. You can you put down weapon. Stop kill me that are awesome. That time. Go easy. No pulley 4 5, please don't squeezy. Every get how you feel rise. Tie your face who know what I. It don't please me, my take time. Go easy. Take a life there you feel you live, believe me. Every get how you feel rise. Tie your face who know what I.
Okay, we're back, family, and I just want to shout out my Amani girls in the back here because we do have our little sidebar discussions, and they were saying, look, if the government makes it mandatory, what can we do? Right? We have to accept it, but does it need to be done? In some cases, yes. In some cases, no. So we're gonna move off from this because I feel like I'm making some of y'all out there feel real uncomfortable. So let's move on to the light stuff. COVID update. According to the Dutty government of Canada, as of Friday coming up, we will be back in a full lockdown. That means no more bars, no more shops, no more stores, no more nothing. We are right back to March. Okay. Let's break this down a little bit here. So first, this disease came about, right? Remember everybody got sick in November, December of last year? Really sick, thought you were gonna die. The worst cold you ever had, couldn't breathe, couldn't do nothing. That was COVID, okay? The government didn't tell us until March. So I'm assuming from November, December till March, that's the incubation period for this thing. That's the growth period for this crap. Okay? And then when we figured out that it's here, we had already, who needed to survive, survived. And who didn't have the metabolism to contain it, these are the people you see are succumbing to it now. I don't want to take away from the severity of it because any virus, any illness, any disease is serious. But, is it that serious? What happened to the flu? Like, so many things. Okay, fine. So, March comes, we go into this lockdown. Nobody's going to the hospitals, let me add. And we come out of the COVID coma, as I say, around July, August, right? They free up the whole world. Everybody's allowed to party, go to your barbecue. They try and keep the numbers small, 50 and under, 10 and under in the house, 25 and under, all this crap, right? Then something really funny happens. The summer ends and all of these cases start showing up. But the funny thing is I'm not seeing the evidence to back these positive results. There's no lineups in the hospital. Like, has any of your friends gone to get tested? None of mine have. Ladies, have any of your friends gone to get tested for COVID? I mean, frontline workers, yes. You know, they definitely have been tested. But who in the regular world is getting tested? And if they have these, if there's no lineups at the hospital and nobody's getting tested, then where are all these positive tests coming from? I mean, I'm hearing stories. Maybe you might have heard Erica Badu saying one nose nostril test positive, one nostril test negative. Like, I see interviews on YouTube where doctors are saying that the test can't even detect COVID. So what's really going on here? When it first started, everybody ran out to buy toilet paper. I guess you could protect yourself by covering your ass, you know? Now they want you to wear a mask. I mean, it doesn't make sense, people. It doesn't make sense. So they lock us down. And during the first lockdown, I noticed something very peculiar. A lot of road work was being done. A lot of what do you call it? A lot of cameras went up. A lot of road cameras went up. There was a lot of electrical work being done. A lot of these 5G towers went up. And then now, right before this second lockdown, which by the way the government anticipated, which is also another mystery to me, because I don't know how the government, not the medical society, can anticipate a virus or the actions of a virus. That didn't make sense to me either. But who am I, right? I'm just this dumb little Rasta girl here. So then now this second wave, which they anticipated, we are now about to start on Friday, the second lockdown, because they told us, oh, we're going to close down for a month, you know, because you've been doing so good and the numbers have gone down. We're going to close everything down for a month just to get rid of this thing. And then we find out that's BS, because now Friday coming, we're going to go back into a full lockdown. Nobody's going to the hospitals. The lineups that we see on the news are the same line. And it's not even that long. If you watch the news Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 9, 10, 12, 5, 7, same lineup. I guarantee it's the same lineup on the news. The same line at the hospital. But yet, the positive reports coming from the hospital, the positive test results are doubling. How does that work if there's nobody there to take the test? I have a friend who works for York Region in the York region at, I believe, Markham Hospital. Could have the name wrong there. Markham Hospital. I can't remember the name. And they had an issue about 2 months there. And this was the issue. Several people went and registered for their COVID test. Okay? They were there from the morning. And I believe at some point in the afternoon, maybe 3, 4 o'clock, half of the people got fed up of waiting and left. Because according to them, the line wasn't that long, but it just wasn't moving. Here's the kicker. The half that left, there was at least, and I could be wrong, I believe 30 or 40% of those people received a positive test result after not even taking the test. And from what my friend told me, they had to call either the OPP or the RCMP to the hospital to corral the people, because they were flipping out. They're like, what the is going on here? I didn't even take this damn test, and you're telling me I'm positive. So, we have to be careful. And now we hear the rumors of things that I said to you initially about this COVID, that there are countries that are regulating the vaccine, which means if you don't take the vaccine, the government has the right to either isolate you or force you to take it. And there's a video going around. I got it on WhatsApp that is saying that at some point, the government is gonna put you in a position where, see, all this free COVID money that they're giving is like buy money. Because when they come to collect, they're not going to collect what you think. They're coming for your assets. They're coming for your property. They're coming for your money. And if you don't take the vaccine, then I guess as property of the state, which we all are, whether you believe it or not, whatever country you live in, you are property of that country. Don't ever believe for a moment you're free, because you can roam around the country freely and do things that is not being watched. You are considered property of the country. And as property of the country, then if the government wishes to impose so, they can do with their property as they wish, or seize property. I don't know. It's just a big whole crazy thing. You might have seen the video on YouTube. I was pretty much disturbed by it. So that's where we might get to, the point where the government is going to tell us, look, if you want to travel, if you want to work, if you want to do this, if you want to do that, you have to take this vaccine. And we know that the vaccine will give us COVID. And we know that the vaccine is not 100% effective in combating COVID. And I want to let you know that Germany was about to enact a COVID mandate, just like what I spoke of, and the people protested and shot it down. So this is part of this agenda. And my advice to you is go to your MP, go to your member of parliament, and tell them the people have spoken and you need to cut this crap out. Okay? You need to start having our best interests at heart. And if we say we don't want to take it, we don't have to take it. And it shouldn't affect any part of our lifestyle because we don't want to take it. There's other vaccines we don't want to take, and there's no problem. Right? Now, something that always has been bothering me is, since this whole COVID thing started, what happened to the flu? Is there no more flu? Did the flu did we cure the flu? Did we eliminate the flu virus? Does it no longer exist? Shout outs to Black Talent tuning in on Facebook. Big up, brother. Long time me not see you. Yeah. Did the flu virus just disappear? Or did we manage to get rid of the flu virus? I don't hear anything about it anymore. I don't even hear people complaining that they have a cold anymore. The media has managed to put this hysteria in our minds that any flu or cold-like symptom has to be COVID. Ain't that some BS? So I'm telling you people, please get out there. Talk to your MP. Tell them what you won't stand for. Okay? Bill Gates is not a doctor. And the fact that he's investing in pharmaceuticals is scary to me. Let's not forget the vaccines that they were giving in Africa that has left thousands of women barren, sterile. They can no longer reproduce. They can no longer have children. Okay? This is the kind of vaccines that they're investing in. It's not to build, it's to break. And you have to be very careful. Please be very, 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 very careful. Yeah, man, people, I come Mek We Chat. And, like I said, I just pick topics that are important to me. Um, Hopefully, they're important to you. And I'm going to talk about the stuff that nobody else wants to talk about. And sometimes I'm going to curse. And I say it every show. If you don't want to hear me curse, just click next or exit. It seems like every 100 years we have some type of medical phenomenon that's gonna wipe out people. The plague, pox, measles, polio. Every 100 years. This year it's COVID, and people are buying into it. People are buying into it, and they're creating this snitch culture now, where if you gather or group, they got your neighbors watching you to say, hey, something's going on over there. There's too much people there. And I said it to you before, and I'll say it to you again. When you try and take away our ability to group and commune, you take away our ability to question the government and debate their policies and their strategies and their tactics, and and you take away our ability to join together and try and figure out what they're doing, because they don't have our best interests at heart. Remember that. Shout outs to all my Green World family. Get your immune booster products, herbal teas and herbal supplements and natural pads. No more yeast infections, no more bacterial vaginosis, no more pH balance being thrown off. The link is on the bottom there. Green World Natural products, right on the bottom there. Also, you'll see along the bottom there, I have my book of the month. It's called The King of Quotes. It's written by Jelani Daniels. His information is also right down there beside Green World. Shout outs to Jelani. He's a young brother doing his thing. He is also a financial advisor. If you ever want to get in touch with him, the website is down there. Get your money game right, family. Build that financial infrastructure. And I'm just going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back with our closing remarks and such and ting and ting and ting and ting and ting. You know how we do the thing around here. Don't know. Come Mek We Chat, family.
Warrior energy. Warrior nation, yeah? One bag of looting and shooting a guan. Where you, them are dead when I blow no storm. No sound, no alarm, you no see where I guan. I kill with one another. Ooh, we are see John Tom Gun, him son name Shan. One generation away from the land. Pity you a study up your eyes and chaser. Study figure dance in a jeans and blazer. Youth in a say, your meds want change. That's for eraser. School of a chaser. Don't like.
Listen, hey, moments of clarity. It's like a rarity. Trying to survive when enemies want to murder me. Hey, time is precious, so imagine the urgency. When blood hits your shirt, the shit looks like burgundy. Foresee your purpose before you wipe out the surface. A lot of hates in the air, they back to burning black churches. Concerned with my city.
Nobody now support the kids them like me right now. We no kill youth, we are build youth. Big old man who know me attack too. We are build youth, no we no kill youth. Big man who know me attack too. Send the youth them go to school, make them learn, set them brain at the real world then too. Not the one where man pushing on your hand and tell you to kill a next man. My G that the wrong. Ooh, that me know I'm not maker, that me know for sure. Everything that me reap so far I me grow. On the league board, me up the top score. I'ma not stop right, yeah, something I go give them more. Hey, hey, what we say?
Yes, family. So we are back in black. So we talked about a few things. We talked about the topic of the day, of course, should women get a DNA test at childbirth? And I'll summarize that and say, it would be a great thing. I mean, we would learn a lot, and a lot of people would be saved a lot of hurt. But should it be mandatory? I don't know. I honestly don't know. COVID, people. I've already explained it to y'all. I believe it's martial law. They're taking away our civil rights, our civil freedoms from us, and I do believe it started with 9/11. That took away our freedom of travel. And I believe that COVID is just a way to bring about martial law, bring about a police state or police world, which means, you know, the world is run by the army instead of the police. And, you know, just like in those movies we used to watch where there was this government takeover and the army now controls the world and they're kicking off doors and they forcing vaccinations and separating families and isolating people. I believe we're there. I believe we're there. Again, let me send my shout out. Shout out to Dollar D. Big up my brother Boom Blast, my G. Soul City family, the whole Soul City crew, 50 Shaky. Big up all my Amani family. Big up my Amani girls in the building. DJ Biggs, Gen X. Whole Gen X family, you don't know, Briken, Young Knock, H2O, Zolja, Chef, Dre. So bad. Next Tuesday, we have a new topic, and the topic will be, what happened to the honor among thieves? Who is my writer? What happened to the honor among thieves? So what the topic is about is we live in this bad man culture, right? And everybody a bad man, right? And everybody are the most this and the most that. But who is the Don? Like, who is the one that can bring about the honor and the order? And, you know, it's like everybody head hot. You can't talk to nobody. So where is the order? Where is the honor? I mean, don't these gangsters nowadays respect nobody? You don't respect the big G. You don't have nobody talking in your ear to show you right. I mean, like, the level of violence and the level of disrespect is just gone to another level, family. And me have to wonder, like, where the honor there? Whatever happened to the warrior them? The soldier them, the one them will make sure the community is safe and look out for the community. It coming like I just terrorize the bad man them, I terrorize the community now and there's no safe zone. Like, yeah, so that's gonna be the topic for next week, family. Shout out Jermaine Romans just tuning in on Facebook. You're late. Where is the honor among thieves? Like, how come everybody a bad man? Who are they done? I want to know who are they done can talk to some of them bad man. Because them just get out of hand. And it's like them not have no order. They not have no leader. They not have no control. And that's going to be the topic for next week, family. You don't know what I mean? Say, who that a me that I represent the T that. Yeah, man, come Mek We Chat. Come Mek We Chat. Tune in next week, family. Bless up.
Nobody now support the kids them like me right now. We no kill youth, we a build youth. Big old man who know me attack too. We a build youth, no we no kill youth. Big man who know me attack too. Send the youth them go to school, make them learn, set them brain at the real world. Then too, not the one where man a pushing at your hand and tell if you kill a mix man, my G that the wrong. Ooh, that me know I'm not me, cause that me know for sure. Everything where me reap so far I me grow. On the league board, me up the top score. I'm a non-stop right, yeah, something I go give them more. Hey, what we say?
Boy, bad a bit, we no pick it up, you know. Throw it down. We don't pick it up. No, we don't pick it up, you know. No, we don't pick it up. How them a try for this? Who them a try for this? How them a try for this? Who them a try for this? How them a try for this? How them a try for this? Enough boy them a this. When them see the woman them a call them bitch. Enough woman them a this. When them see the man them say he ain't shit. Bad a bit them pull up, bad a bit bad a bit and me and tell them stop.
Yes, family, you don't know. Again, let me just shout out all of the artists involved on the Dubs Over Guns project. The songs that you hear during my breaks and my intermissions and my introduction, it is the artists that are involved in the project. I told you we're all coming together to do our best to bring awareness to the rising gun violence, the black on black violence. It needs to stop. Which brings me to my topic of next week. Where is the honor among... Furthermore, who are the real bad man? That should have been my topic. Or who are the real done? Because it seems to me like these thugs nowadays have no order, no guidance, no mentor, no leader. And they're just doing things without any regard for life, family, nobody. So we're going to address it next Tuesday. And come Mek We Chat. Family, you don't know. Me love you now. Thanks for tuning in. Again, Jeremy, and next time come in early. Love you, brother. Shout out to all my family from Carlton Village. All of my PPG family them. All of my St. Clair West family. I'm a West End Road family. GN Street, Finch. Connections, you don't know. Big up everybody. East, West, Scarborough family. All of my Malvern family them. Yeah man, me love the whole I wanna. I mean say one love. I mean say citywide love. I mean say Dubs Over Guns. So tune in next Tuesday, fams. You don't know the topic. Bless up yourself. One love.
Boy, bad a bit, we don't pick it up, you know. Show it down. We don't pick it up. No, we don't pick it up, you know. No, we don't pick it up. How them a try for this? Who them a try for this? How them a try for this? Who them a try for this? How them a try for this? How them a try for this? Enough boy them a this. When them see the woman them a call them bitch. Enough woman them a this. When them see the man them say he ain't shit.